So I woke up this morning a little more tired than usual. So in today's video, I didn't want to make a deck that was overly complicated where I had to use my brain a lot. So today, we're turning them sideways, we're going face, and we're playing Boros Aggro. Cue the intro, let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel today, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. In today's video, we have a Boros Aggro list for you. Before we jump into everything, though, I do want to address the elephant in the room. If you have been here before, you'll notice that we are on a different setup, new webcam frame. Everything is kind of changing, in my opinion, for the better. But I was kind of forced to make a change on the stream. I just want to let you guys know we have been streaming on Twitch every single Wednesday. But recently I decided that I think I want to make that switch on over to YouTube and start streaming on YouTube every Wednesday. So that will be a change upcoming soon. Hopefully this week we can get our first stream on YouTube. Just want to put it out there. That's the reason everything has changed on my stream. New transitions, as you saw in the beginning. We've got some really cool new silky smooth transitions and everything. But we're going to be updating the room as well. I'll probably be rearranging everything. It's not anywhere near finished yet, but I do want to let you guys know that's why we made the change, because we're switching to YouTube streaming. And when I did that, Streamlabs OBS decides that it wants to erase all of my scenes, and I had to redo everything. And so we had a little more trouble with the green screen this time around, and I didn't want the quality to be any lower than you're used to. So we went with this new frame setup. I hope you guys like it. We're gonna continue with this. We're gonna keep updating it as we go. But yeah, just want to address that really quickly before we get started. So let's talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about this Boros Aggros list. Like I said, it's got a lot of KALDHEIM cards in here, so it's a pretty brand new deck. With that being said, starting it off, we have a new card in KALDHEIM, Usher of the Fallen. This is a new 1-drop that's a 2/1 with a boast ability. And with the boast ability, what that means is whenever you attack with this creature, it doesn't necessarily have to hit your opponent with it. Just whenever it turns sideways, declares that it's attacking, you can then use the boast ability, which is awesome because this is a 2/1 and it generates more creatures so that you can go wide with it. If you boast for 2, you can create a 1/1 white human creature token. What's great about that is if you get this down on turn 1 and you're short on other creatures in your hand and you have nothing else to do other than removal spells or draw spells, you can still generate more creatures and more value on the board while you're using all these other control aspects of the deck. We also have 4 Selfless Saviors, nothing new here, as well as the Hallowblade. Both of these cards are very common right now in any sort of mono white aggro deck, any Boros list. They're very, very good. I'm sure you're familiar with both of them, but just in case you're not, Selfless Savior is a 1/1 dog that sacrifices itself to give indestructibility to another creature. Also, the Hallowblade has some indestructibility text as well. Whenever you want to, typically when this card is being targeted for some sort of removal spell, you can tap Seasoned Hallowblade and discard a card from your hand. It becomes indestructible. So very good card here, and it's also a 3/1, so it does a lot of damage as well. If you attack with this thing and they want to block with it, you know, giving indestructibility is always a huge threat for your opponent to have to work around, which is nice. Then we have 4 Robber of the Rich. Good old Robber of the Rich from mono red decks that you don't really like to see. This card will help us gain a lot of card value, as well as, you know, the fact that it's a hasty 2/2 is very helpful. It also has reach in case you run into rogues, which is really, really nice. And then we also have a new card. We have 4 of Frostbite. Frostbite is a really cool new, basically it's a shock with an added value that if you're running snowlands and you have 3 snowlands, when you cast this, you can actually deal 3 damage instead of 2, which is awesome. So that's why we're over here. We run all snowlands, other than our dual lands, of course. And then we also have 3 Maul of the Skyclaves, another powerful card for aggro decks. This one is an equipment. Gives your creature 2/2 flying and first strike, so a lot of cool text there. It equips right away when it enters the battlefield, but it is a costly equip after that if they are removed from the battlefield. And then here is a new one, Sigrid Godfavored. This card I put in here over the Skyclave Apparition, and we will discuss this a lot more at the end of the video. So after the gameplay, or I'm sorry, after the breakdown of this deck, we get into the gameplay footage. After that, we talk about the deck a little bit more and how it played, some things we'd possibly change to the deck. And I think Sigrid is maybe not the best card for the deck. I still think there's a lot of really cool possibilities with this card, and I think there's a lot of matchups where this card would be incredible. but we didn't find any of those incredible matchups today. And if we did find those matchups, we didn't pull Sigrid when we needed it. But Sigrid is really good, I believe, if we were to go up against, let's say, mono red, for example. If they start getting out ahead of us with mono red, if they go, you know, on the play and we're on the draw, say they start building a board state faster than us, Sigrid is so good because it can be flashed in as a 2/2 creature with first strike, which is already great. You can ambush something with first strike, killing it, which is amazing. But it also exiles another target creature until it leaves the battlefield. So let's say your opponent swings in with 2 creatures, we flash in Sigrid, we block one of them and exile the other one because it's attacking, because the text does say we can exile a target attacking or blocking creature. So it's a really good ambush card and can really set your opponent back really far, which is incredible. Love the card a lot. Just didn't get to see a whole lot of it today in the matchups that we got. And then we also have 3 Bonecrusher Giants. Obviously, everyone's familiar with this card. Has a stomp side on the adventure. Also has a 4/3 body. Can do some things with that. You'll see too, we ran into Giants. This card is an awesome tech card against that because they have sweepers that, you know, destroy all non-giant creatures. And being that it's a giant, you can safely play this card out, pump it up with your Skyclaves, and you know it's probably not going anywhere, which is awesome. And then we do have Showdown of the Skalds because we do need some sort of card value engine on the deck if we do start to mill our hand away because we have Hallowblade or whatever it may be. We want to be able to replenish our hand. So we do have the Skalds, which is awesome, and it plays really well with our deck because Sagas 2 and 3 give you +1/+1 counters on your creatures whenever you play a spell, and all of our spells are fairly cheap, so we can get a lot of 1/1 counters going very quickly. And then of course, to top it off, you know what it is, the cleave to win the game, baby. So the Embercleave is too good not to have in a deck. I don't know why you wouldn't have it in a BOROS Aggro deck, but this deck was super powerful, guys. We were able to take this to the ladder, and we were just flying through the ladder. I think we did take a loss today, but nonetheless, this deck is super strong. I do think there's room for improvement for sure. So at the end of this video, once we're done with the gameplay footage, we'll come back here and discuss that, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this deck breakdown. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I ask it to do so just quickly for me. It'd be really helpful for the channel to grow and get more eyes on the content, and you guys will be able to get all of our content notified to you if you hit that little bell. So whenever we post a video, which is any time, you know, 2 to 3 times a week, you're going to be notified whenever we have that video go live, so you don't miss out on any future content. So be sure to do that. And yeah, I hope that we figured this whole going live on YouTube thing out this Wednesday. I tried last Wednesday, but hope to see some of you guys there. That'd be really fun. Going live on YouTube as soon as we can, and we'll start streaming on there permanently, I think, if it goes well, which I think it will. It's just with Twitch, it was a little bit hard on Twitch. Things were not exactly the way I liked it on Twitch, so we're gonna try to make the switch over here. You guys have been amazing and super supportive on YouTube, and that's where the audience is at for my channel. So thank you all for becoming subscribers to the channel and helping this channel grow. I can't thank you enough, and I'm excited to stream for you guys as soon as possible. So that wraps it up for the deck breakdown though, and let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay footage. We'll see you on the other side. Peace. All right, here we go. We're going to be playing a Boros deck for you guys today. This one's going to be all about speed and aggression. We're going to get a lot of value out of some of our creatures. They all have some sort of combat trick that they can use to, you know, cause some confusion with the opponent. All right, we've got a pretty good hand. We do need double white devotion for this, so that land kind of sucks, but it's something. We'll keep it. It's something. Kind of a bad start, can't lie. It's all good though. I hope you're all enjoying the new setup. I know we've got a little bit of a ways to go. I apologize that it had to change, but I think we did some pretty cool stuff with it. I kind of am enjoying it now, kind of liking what we've got here. Got to get some new lighting over here though, that's for sure. We found a Frostbite, which is great because we have all of our snowlands here. We just need one more snowland, and this becomes a 3 damage for 1 drop. All right, they allow me to get some damage in here. It looks like that's probably going to be Doomscar, I would imagine. So let's just play another Hallowblade here and get it going. Get the damage going. Hallowblade, I'm sorry, the Hallowblade's going to be immune to that Doomscar, because the Doomscar is going to say, you know, destroy which indestructibility gets around. So we can always tap them down and discard. We also have the Skalds to gain back some card advantage here, because we're going to be discarding cards to keep our Hallowblades alive. I think we're just a little too fast for this deck. Them having a board wipe is huge, but not against our particular deck, being that we have all this indestructibility. I love this card here, the God Favored, because any other creature deck that we go up against, we could do some really cool stuff with that. All right, they have an exiling effect. No point trying to stop it. Nothing we can do about it. That's a good draw. We can go over the top. Part of me wants to just let them block this though, so I can get back a 2/2. And then I can play the Skalds instead. But playing the Skalds, yeah, let's just go for the Maul. I think the Maul is good. I think playing the Skalds on turn 5 is better, because we could play a land off of it, and I think we get more value that way. We also still have Frostbite available, so we can always play that as well. We're probably going to drop Sigrid here for indestructibility, because I'm sure they're going to try to remove my Hallowblade off the battlefield now. It's too big. It's flying. They can't stop it. They're mono white, it looks like. Mono white control, maybe? I have such a really cool idea for a mono blue deck, guys. I can't wait to play it. It has the elixir. It's going to be so much fun. But, ooh, Fabled Passage. Okay. That strikes me as a little odd. Maybe they are playing 2 colors. They are, so that could be saw it coming. Which would be terrible for us, because we really want to play this Showdown of Skalds. But if that saw it coming, we are in trouble. Alright, that's fine. It's not fine, but it's okay. It's gonna survive, which is kind of a pain in my neck. Yeah, I'll Frostbite this now. We get back to 2/2. It becomes a viable attacker right away, which is great. That's a good draw too. I think I just changed my mind on how I want to do this. We're going to Embercleave. Oh no, I made a mistake. Psych. See you later, Kasima. See you later, Kasima. No card draw for you. There we go. And they are on the ropes officially. And we can still make Hallowblade indestructible, so unless they have another exile effect, that's the game. GG's. Oh, that one felt good. GG. All right, fantastic first game. In and out, just kind of like I thought it would be. It's going to be a really aggressive deck, so we're going to get a lot of games in here. Boros just seems like it's going to be a really fun time with the new God Favored. I can't wait when we can play that card and actually use its combat trick against our opponent. So powerful. This is good. Another double Hallowblade hand, which is kind of crazy, but we'll keep it. We have Bonecrusher Giant for some removal. So hopefully we're up against another creature deck. Hello? Yeah, I don't sleep enough, man. I really got to work on that. Alright, definitely a creature deck. But big creatures, so that's a little scary. A little scary. God Favored might have to do some work in this game. Sigrid. Alright, that's fair, I guess. Oh man, they're gonna have some very powerful creatures. My turn. Alright, let's go here. Let's just attack. Threaten the indestructibility. And then we will probably just leave it at that. They won't block here, I'm fairly certain of that, unless they don't know Hallowblade can go indestructible. And then their lane is going to be open for them to attack. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Sure. We'll drop the temple. So in that case, seeing they have no creatures to attack with, I was going to use Sigrid's ability here. I'm just going to go ahead and play another Hallowblade. End turn. There you go. I really didn't expect them to block. I was hoping they wouldn't, and then I was gonna, you know, leave that lane open and then ambush it with the Sigrid, exiling the spinner. Oh, okay. There's Selesnya, huh? Good old Selesnya. I actually can stomp that though. That's an easy stomp for us. We don't want them generating value with it either. They're gonna be able to do some stuff with this and start creating some creatures. Am I right in thinking that? Yeah, they create 1/1 human soldiers every time they enchant, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That would have been bad. Can't allow that. Too many blockers. No chump blockers allowed here. Alright, they can search for a rune. That's fine. So they're really trying to set up for enchantments and artifacts. Pretty cool. That's getting frostbitten, no, that's for sure. Actually, nope, that would have been a mistake. We've only got 2 snow lands here. This is only for 2 damage. That would have been a big misplay if I played that. I wish I could play it, but man, oh man, we just need 1 more frost or a snow land. Feels bad. So this has trample and 1/1. Okay. That's pretty good. You know what this means? You know what this means? This means Embercleave, the best artifact and enchantment card. That's why you gotta play red. Not Selesnya. Not Selesnya. Embercleave is so powerful, man. It's so good. This card would be pretty interesting in this deck, being able to search out runes. But then we'd have to kind of shift it around to a rune deck, though, because Embercleave isn't a rune. Still searching for 1 more snow land, and we could shoot that out of the sky, but... What's good, though, is they actually focus solely on enchanting things. So it's a lot of value into 1 creature, and then if I exile that 1 creature, we're good to go. Just waiting for our opponent here to make a decision. I think they know they're dead in the water here, but they're just grasping here to figure out any way to stay alive 1 more turn. I don't think they have Sentinel Eyes. If they did, that'd be pretty good. Then they can get, you know, the buff and the card draw. Or they could just be roping us because they're salty. One of the 2 things is happening here. I think we're being roped. We might have to make a quick edit here. All right. My turn to win the game. Feels bad, man. And G to the G's. Thanks for being salty and thanks for roping us. I think you deserve this now. Good game. Sorry about that, guys. Man, the salt is real, huh? These ropers are out there, man. Guys gotta stop doing that. Take your loss with some grace, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see what we're up against. Obosh, okay. Obosh is our companion we're going against, which means we're up against probably Teamer, so we definitely want to be fast. So this is a very good hand to be quick, you know what I'm saying? You want to try to get a good curve, 1-2 drops. Get in there, get your damage across, and get out. Usher the Fallen's gonna be able to go really wide here. I don't know if we're gonna have a whole lot of time to be spending the boast mana on it this time around, based on what we're up against. Oh my gosh, they dropped the 1/1. All right, let's go and get the Robber of the Rich down then. It's unfortunate. That 1/1 is such a problem, man. Teamer colors and Gruul colors, I feel like might be our toughest matchup, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's go with let's get a double down here. Double down, 2 creatures for 1. I'm willing to trade it. Sure, you want to trade? Let's trade. Sure. No attacks for you for your Love Struck Beast. I know that might seem like bad value, but I don't care. I think that's okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. This is definitely a bad matchup for us, though. It's a tough one, man. They're working up to their ultimatum too, which you know they have. You know they have the ultimatum in hand, right? So, knowing that, how do we want to proceed? Don't need any more land. This could be good for our Usher of the Fallen. So let's go here, and then let's just start generating some 1/1s. Let's go wide here, and then we'll keep these in hand for our Hallowblade to discard. And just keep going wider and wider until we can keep dealing all this damage through. It would suck to have to run these into like a 5/5 here. Yeah, like this is gonna be tough to get around, but hopefully we could draw into like a Skyclave of the Mauls. Maul is Skyclave. That'd be really nice. That isn't that though. Alright, let's do this. Swing you, and you. Create another one. How do you want to do this? You gonna block my 3? You gonna block my 2? Okay. And then I think what we're gonna do here is we definitely are gonna make this indestructible, right? Don't need that. And then, do we make the Fallen indestructible? We can keep going wide with it. I think so. I think so. The dog isn't really doing us much good. The 2/1 is. It's growing the battlefield for us. So I think that's the way to go. I really could use Embercleave right about now to win the game. Alright, that's not fun. That's not fun. Oh boy. Shoot. Alright, well, that Terror of the Peaks really kind of frustrated me. Alright, let's just put this down. We'll do a combat trick with our God Favorite here. No attacks. Let them do the attacking. Terror of the Peaks thinks it's going to be able to go over the top. We're going to steal it with the God Favored. And hopefully Bonecrusher Giant tries to come through as well. I doubt it, but... Goldspan Dragon will definitely try to attack here, so we're definitely going to get a 2 for... we're not a 2 for 1. We can't block, but... Which one do we want to take here? Ah, man, you're going to kill it too? That's not good. I think we just lost this one. This is just a bad matchup for us altogether. We didn't find our Embercleave or anything like that, so it's unfortunate. It happens. I had a feeling Gruul and Teamer, or not so much Teamer, but Gruul I thought would be pretty tough for us with the Love Struck Beast, but Teamer I guess does it too, huh? GG. All right, so we took an L there a little bit. That one hurt. That one hurt a little bit. We were kind of dominated from the beginning to end, to be honest. That's a tough feeling, but it happens to all of us, you know. Sometimes you run into that matchup that just doesn't favor you. Let's see. We have an okay hand here. I like the dogs, but I don't like that they have nothing to protect. Guess Bonecrusher Giant could just come out as a creature if we need it to. I don't think we could throw this away, to be honest, but... Alright, we're up against... Is it? Maybe? Alright, we found a Usher of the Fallen. Worth it. Worth the keep, that's for sure. Get this Maul on it and we'll be ready to go. Probably gonna get Bonecrusher Gianted though. Is that gonna happen? Let's find out. Oh, that's a cool land. Oh yeah, they're highlighting it. Bonecrusher. Do I hold up Bonecrusher or do I play the Savior now? I guess play the Savior now. Which I should have played this then as a Plains. That way we could have just played them both out, but too late. Alright, up against Is It Giants? Is it Giants? Yes, it is. Alright. The Bonecrusher Giant could be really good here. There are a couple of cards. Obviously Squash and Frostbite, but it doesn't look like they're running Snowland, so I don't think they're running Frostbite. But all the other giant removal, you know, doesn't hit the actual Bonecrusher Giant, so it could be a good tech card against our opponent here. Get a Maul on top of it. Give it indestructibility too. I feel like that's pretty solid. I feel like that's really good. Okay, let's go with drop this in for red. Get this down. Give it to the giant. Get another dog. Double up on the indestructibility. And let's just go at it, man. Let's really start making them bleed life total here. Make them have to rush their plays a little bit. Try to get the board cleared. But again, they can't do anything about the giant. Even if they have their board sweeper, that's a Saga. Even if they play that, the 4 damage to all giants, it doesn't actually hit my giant. There it is. It doesn't hit my giant. But it does kill my Selfless Saviors, which is pretty good though. Frostbite, that's a pretty big hit right there. If I could find another red source here, let's go for the red source. Come on, red source. Yeah, buddy. We'll be seeing you, giant. Get in there for 6 again. Oof. Such a big hit. And the next turn it starts to get 1/1 counters on it, so if we could just survive, if the Bonecrusher can stay alive for one more turn, it's GG's. We go over the top for 7, guaranteed. And they might not see that. They might not be familiar with the Skalds' ability to go 1/1 counters. Looks like they're not familiar with it. Nope, they lost. Not able to deal with the giant. It's game. And that's the game. GG's. GG's. We beat Is It Giants, man. Is It Giants is a really good deck. It's something I'm working on right now as well in the meantime. I feel like it's a really good deck, but I'm sure we could do something with it in the future. So be on the lookout for that. Very happy that I was able to take down the Giants deck. On to the next one. What do we got here? Robber of the Rich into... We have an Embercleave, so... Oh, we're up against Luris of the Dream Den, so definitely up against Rogues here. So having Reach is really good, so yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. Reach is solid. Oh, it's the crab right away. Let's get these Snowlands going so I can kill that thing with Frostbite. Man, we're going to be put on the defensive right away too, because they're probably going to play another rogue here. Probably Soaring Thought Thief. And so we're going to want to have our robber back to be able to block with. They hit another Frostbite. That's actually really bad. We want those. We really need those. They crack a Fabled Passage, which is good for them, but not good in the sense that they didn't get to play another rogue here. They took a blue source though. That makes me think, are they mono blue mill? But why would they have Luris if that was the case? No point in attacking. They're just going to block it. Let's keep a blocker available for any sort of flash flyers. They would have played the Wind Robber there. That would have been in a good position to stop it. Nope, they are rogues. Shoot. Man, I just despise rogues. It's just... And I despise it for such bad reasons. It's just... I despise it because it's so good. It just does such consistent things. It's just always... even if you don't even draw your best hand, you've always got some sort of win con in your hand. Always. You never don't find it. Alright, here we go. They give us another turn here. That's good. Let's go with another snow-covered land. That way Frostbite becomes relevant. Do we just get this? I don't know. I feel like it's just going to get drowned into locked. But, I mean, do we have another play we can make? Probably not. So let's go ahead and do it. 3 Showdown of the Skalds. Not exactly great here. We only have... we have 10 in the graveyard. So them dropping a Soaring Thought Thief just kills me. Yeah, that's kind of dumb if I just attack here into the Thought Thief. Oh, but they don't play it. They're confusing me, man. They're really confusing me. Ugh. I didn't get Drowned in the Locked, and I didn't get Soaring Thought Thief there. They're doing some weird things, man. Of One Mind, they play it for full mana cost too? Wow. Alright, I guess we're gonna play the Skalds while they're tapped out. Can't really play anything off of it at the moment, but... And it's all land, of course. Finally get some damage through, which is nice. Down to 36 cards in the deck. Gotta be careful of that. Another Crab, sure. Let me guess, another Fabled? Alright. They took another Frostbite, though. Dang. What a bad Skalds we got here, man. Super unfortunate. Trying to think of how I want to play my next turn, because this is not ideal. We're so slow right now. I think we just go for a snow-covered land here into Embercleave. Yeah, Embercleave is probably the play, huh? They've only got one land left, so let's do it. Essence Scatter, I'll take that all day. Yeah, let's do that. No blockers, okay. Give it the 1/1 counter and the Embercleave. Bam. Bam, thank you. We lose all of that except for the Essence Scatter. The Essence Scatter could be a useful tool, but I don't think it's going to be, just because of the timing we have to play it in. That time frame of like after the Robber of the Rich attacks, we can only play it until my end step. We can't actually play it during their turn. Well, that's super unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess we go here. Here. Yoink that back. Thank you. I bet they didn't think about that, did they? Most people think that if you steal something with a artifact or, you know, onto it, that they can't, that we can't get it back, and it's theirs. But that's actually not the case. Just switch it back over. That kind of sucked, though. I wish I could have got 2 damage across with the stomp at least to their face, but it is what it is. What's left in my deck even? I hate having to look at this thing, but they always make me when they play rogues. Oh, so we got a lot of damage still. We got a lot of things that we can hurt them with. So let's go with the Skalds. Alright, we have a stomp. That's great. Yeah, I like this. Stomp. White Source. Fallen. And then the Fallen gets pumped next turn, and we get to put the Embercleave onto it. That seems pretty good. We play the Bonecrusher Giant too, which they'd be forced to target it and take 2. So we get them down to 6. Guaranteed. I think the 6 is guaranteed. How do we get the 6 across is the question. I'm sure they're gonna have a ton of ways to remove things off the battlefield. The Robber of the Rich plays into their Of the Mind. Wow, it's a human, so it gives them the Of the Mind cheaper. Jeez, getting killed on this mill. Still have quite a bit of aggressive creatures here in the deck. Trying to think of how I want to play this. I'm sure things are going to start getting countered. That's the biggest problem I'm having here, is that how do I play this and what do I want to get countered? You know what I'm saying? Drown in the Lock is still a very real thing out there. We haven't seen it yet. I do want to play Bonecrusher Giant, that's for sure. I want them to decide on that. Is it going to resolve? It does. How about Robber of the Rich? Does that resolve? Heartless Act no longer hits the Usher. It can remove the tokens, the 1/1 tokens, but... Alright, yep, they do that. That's fine. That goes here. This attacks. Does it actually get through without dying? Wow, it does. Okay, we're in really good shape. We're in really good shape. Just got to deal 1 damage. So if they want to target the Bonecrusher Giant, they die. What's it gonna be, rogues? Do you die at your own hand, or do you die by my Embercleave? That's the question. They really had a bad hand. To not be able to play Drown the Lock 10 times by now, being a rogues deck, they must have had a bad hand. That's what it seems like. It seems like they always have like 10 of them. There it is. They decided they wanted to die by their own hand. Oops. I don't think they realized they were gonna take 2 for that. GG's. If you're seeing this, it's because I decided to take the last game out. We won the game. We went up against mono red, but they played 1 land and then they got mana screwed where it wasn't able to find a second one in 2 turns, and then they just quit. So not very interesting of a game. So if you've seen this, that's why our rank went up at the end of this game here. Some of you might point that out, like my rank went up and I didn't show a game. That would be why. Alright, opponent's on Selesnya stuff, huh? Okay, let's go and get the Selfless Savior down. Protect our Usher. Usher can do some good things for us here. There's the Mentor, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. So they're going to try to put counters on things. We're going to go ahead and stomp that right away. Not gonna have any of that funny business here. Okay, gain your life, that's fine. Gonna go ahead and drop another Usher down and say smash your face and go. Off to a pretty good start for us. We have the Skalds too, which can reload our hand very quickly and gain us a lot of 1/1 benefits. Another Usher, I'm sorry, another Mentor. That's it's pretty annoying, I can't lie. See if we can top deck another giant, imagine. All right, we're gonna put that down and we're just gonna go ahead and create 2 1/1s here. Just gonna create 2 1/1s here. Nothing special. The reason I'm not playing the Skalds this turn is because next turn I want to be able to play it and get full value out of it. If we do end up hitting a land, I would really want to be able to play it and not lose it. So playing it on turn 5 is more ideal. That's all. Okay, Liminarch Aspirant to go ahead and pump our Mentor with 2 tokens a turn. Hopefully the Skalds can find us a Bonecrusher Giant, or even better, a Frostbite, so we can actually play it on the same turn. Alright, yep, the Mentor gets bigger. Do they attack though is the question. Nope, they do not. Kind of expected that. Kind of expected that cowardice. Alright, my turn. Showdown of the Skalds. Let's go. Alright, nothing amazing. No attacks. We're going to keep going really wide here. Keep going really wide. We're going to get some 1/1 counters on this next turn. A couple of Seasoned Hallowblades seems pretty good. Could play another Showdown, but I also want to get full value out of this one before I play the other one. Alright, this isn't good. They're going to start getting really big here. Really, really big here. Comes in with 2, huh? Yep, okay. If they swing in, though, I'm willing to take double blocks and things like that. Okay, they do not. Seasoned Hallowblade. Seasoned Hallowblade. Let's go ahead and just pass the turn, I think. Ugh, that hurts so bad to pass the turn. I just want to get in there, but and our opponent's just gaining so much value every turn we don't do anything. But I need to find an Embercleave. I have to. Embercleave's the only way we're gonna get through this. Or even a Sky Maul would be nice. I can go over the top. Sky Maul could get us a W2 for sure. But they do have reach. I do need to be aware of that. Where are they putting this counter? I'd be interested to see. Hopefully not the Serpents. Okay, Serpents are starting to get buffed. Yikes. Alright, alright. I need to deal with these aspirants, man. Those are the key cards for our opponent here. I'm hoping this showdown will find us a couple of Frostbites or even a Bonecrusher Giant. Alright, let's go. Embercleave. Okay, that's pretty big. Alright, stop freaking out, game. It's okay. Put the 1/1 there. Get these Ushers bigger. This is gonna be a hard one to win, I can't lie. Very hard one to win. We might be too far behind. Alright, they have something at instant speed for 2. Oh, I see. We still get the effect of it though, which is nice. And we don't hit anything worth anything. Alright. Cool. Let's go ahead and give you a 1/1, I guess. And play a mountain. No attacks. Still looking for any sort of removal spell. Might be way too late for that now. We have 4 Frostbites at a 10% draw rate, and then we have 2 Bonecrusher Giants, so 15% chance of drawing something relevant. But our opponent's drawn their 3rd aspirant. That seems fair. That seems fair. 2 Mentors, 3 aspirants. The main engine pieces of their deck. They got all of them out of their deck in the first top 10 cards. Yikes. Opponent's got some big creatures here. I'm swinging in on this next turn though. I'm swinging in. I'm making some stuff indestructible. I'm dropping Embercleave. We're gonna just see what happens. I'm not in the mood to do math. Math is for them because they're the blockers. Here we go. All right, we did draw a Frostbite, which is very nice. Kill one of these. Can I play this? Yes, I can. All right, here we go. Here we go. Send them all. The reason I'm sending them all is because things like Selfless Savior I know could be chump blocked easily, but we're gonna need to sack it anyways for another creature's sake to make it indestructible. So here we go. Let the games begin. I probably lost because of this attack, but I was gonna lose by just sitting here and doing nothing anyways. The fact they have so many aspirants is I need to hope that they block here in a way that's advantageous to us. We'll see. This is by no means an easy decision to how to block and whatnot. All right, let's see what they do here. They're really thinking about it too. This is tough. All of our creatures are just big enough where it's kind of scary because we have the threat of the Embercleave, which we have, which is great. I could kill this Serpent because I can make this a 4 and double strike their Serpent, killing the 8/8. That's pretty huge. I could even give it indestructibility too. That's kind of nice. Okay. Okay, so let's see how they decided to do this. So do we have 3, 6, 10? Oh, we have lethal. We have lethal, baby. We have lethal, baby. They did not block correctly, and that, my friends, is why I said I was not in the mood to make my decisions here. Math is for the defenders, and typically math is hard to do, and defenders struggle. There you go. GG's. All right, and that's the games. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to play this one. It was a lot simpler than normal. Nothing crazy, no weird combos or anything that we're trying to do here. Pretty simple, turning them sideways, making our opponent do the math for us, and just trying to win games as fast and as easily as possible. But yeah, this was a fun one. Like I said before, I did have in mind one card, and that was Sigrid, and I think as much as I love this card, the meta is just not there to make this as good as I would like to see it. It was still, I mean, it's still a good card. I think it's a fantastic card, but it didn't have its moment today. It didn't get to shine through, and it kind of sucks. It didn't line up the way I thought. I thought for sure we'd run into some sort of mono red type deck or mono white type deck where this would be really helpful. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And so I think to have a more consistent deck, you should probably be running 4 Skyclave apparitions in this slot. I think it's much stronger, much better card as far as like consistency goes. Not necessarily the card itself. I think this card is a little bit better because it can get a 2-for-1, which is really nice. But Skyclave apparition is a lot more consistent. It's going to do what it does, and there's not too many situations where it's not valuable. This is a very situational card, so I think that with myself is what I would change to the deck. Other than that, I think the deck ran fairly smooth. I'm sure there's a lot of ways you can go with this deck to make it better, or you put your own style onto it. So of course I would like to hear from you guys down below in the comments. If you have any suggestions on the deck, how to make it better, if you liked it, anything, I'd love to hear all your thoughts and comments down below. It helps out the algorithm as well to comment, so be sure to do so. I'll usually get back to almost every single one of you guys, so would love to hear your thoughts. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this day's video. The next video will be coming out on Wednesday. I have a few ideas of mine I'm hoping to get out to you guys. It's a couple more wild cards I need to go ahead and grind real quick to get unlocked, because there's a specific deck in particular that I'd like to play. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. As always, it really helps me out and helps the algorithm in growing the channel, so thank you so much for doing that. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Until next time, peace.